Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and joining me here in the classroom today is my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Say hello to everybody, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, why, thank you, Professor. Hey, I don't know if you got my email earlier. There's something I need to discuss with you here.
Whatever. I'll talk to you later at some point, maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I'll think about it.
I mean, it's pretty important.
And
okay, sure.
My student here in the classroom is, of course, the adorable, rosy-cheeked, bright-eyed, cap-wearing, trainer in training, Corbin. Say hello to everybody, Corbin.
Hello. I love how you said my trainer. That felt really personal that time. Usually you just say, there's a trainer in here. Make it sound like I just wandered in like I'm a fucking hobo or something.
Wait, did I say my trainer?
You said my trainer, and I just want you to know that's probably one of the nicest things you've inadvertently or indirectly or accidentally said to me, and I really, really appreciate that, Professor.
Oh, wow.
I like the idea that you feel like, I am yours in the sense that, like, oh, this is a connection that I have with the student, so I want to let you know that I appreciate that, because normally you give me a hard time, so
I do not recall saying my trainer.
It happened.
It happened. You know what, editor, go through the recording and put right here if I said my trainer or if I said something else that Corbin mistook for my trainer.
Play back the tapes.
And my student here in the classroom.
See, I told you. That's it.
Or alternatively, see, I told you.
That's right. Now, Professor, please. Before we get the class started,
yes.
So I took Madam Ran after class, like I typically do, to my uncle's Pokemon daycare upstate.
You typically take my Pokemon?
That after we have our shall I say display models for class.
Display models.
I take them to the Poke daycare upstate, for them to like live out their lives in peace and comfort.
Okay. I mean that
I'm just now hearing about this. This is new.
It sounds a little bit like, I don't know, gruesome illegal? What you're describing. Do you like actually take them to a farm upstate, or do you take them to a farm upstate?
It's a Poke daycare and it's upstate.
Okay.
And
what's a state?
Just really
Where upstate? Like Cerulean? Like above Cerulean City?
Up region.
Up region.
Up region. Okay. So north of Cerulean, like really, really far up there.
Yeah, really high up there. My uncle has a real remote one. But anyway, I was trying to give Madam Ram some alone time to let her kind of do her thing. And I could not get her to breed. Could not get any eggs. For research
Mr.
purposes,
Curtis, I hate to ask this, but did you try breeding her with another Pokemon? Or
I did. My uncle
just him and Nidoqueen.
His stud Raticate up there, and boy is that Raticate a stud. Let me tell you what.
Oh God, I don't want to
hear
that.
This. I hate it all.
But man, I just could not get an egg out of Madam Ram. I wondered if you could, if I missed something.
Yes.
If you can.
I probably should have brought this up sooner. I didn't bring it up last lesson. That's an oversight on my part. So
you get an F for today.
Me? I do?
Yeah, you. Yeah.
All right. I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
I guess. Give me an F. I don't care.
Okay.
Listen, the professor knows so much knowledge that if he tried to impart all of it on us every lesson, we would never end class.
Yeah,
you would just be perpetually in class.
Your brains would melt inside your heads, like just trying to consume all the knowledge that I have. Okay, we all need to know right now that there's not a Pokemon professor on this earth that knows how Pokemons breed and mate, alright? All we know is that we let some Pokemon spend some good quality time together. At some point, we'll come back, and there will be an egg. We don't know the process, okay? We don't know what happens, where the egg comes from.
Listen, we don't know what it is, but Dougie, that Prime Raticate Stug, man, he knows how to get it done.
He's doing something right.
Yeah, we need to follow him around and figure out what he's doing. Figure out what knowledge he has. But no, okay.
Quite a ladies' man.
And one thing that we do know, however, is that Nidorina and Nidoqueen actually cannot breed.
What?
Oh.
No.
Yes.
Oh, what?
They cannot produce eggs, which is very interesting.
Well, then what's the point of being a woman? I gotta ask,
Okay, this is a very hot take from Corbin. Again,
No,
these are Corbin's ideas, and they do not represent my classroom or my lecture series.
Well, no, it's an honest to Arceus question. It doesn't make any sense. So what they strictly say in the Pokedex entries we learned over the last 2 weeks that these Pokemon are literally, Nidoqueen and Nidorina are made to be mothers, and they don't have any fucking eggs? Are they just adopting children?
Well, okay, so I have a kind of an interesting theory here. So the question is, right, how do, like, more Nidorans, like, come into the world, right? How does that happen?
Yeah, how do they come?
So it's interesting. So there's egg types, right? You don't have to be the same exact Pokemon to be able to breed and make more Pokemon.
Right.
So Nidoran male. So first of all, Nidoran female can have eggs. She can have eggs.
Cool. Okay, well that's
so
good.
That answers one question. But
so the
also,
babies can fuck each other or whatever they do.
Again, just because it's an unevolved form doesn't mean it's a baby. It just has except for a few Pokemon. Age is not directly related to evolution, all right?
Right, of course.
I mean, that's not true in the case of Weedle and Caterpie, but they're bugs and outliers and nobody cares about them.
Yes.
Anyways, but Nidoran male and his line that we're going to start learning about now, I guess that's a little bit of a spoiler for this lesson, we're learning about Nidoran male. And his line, so Nidorino and Nidoking, they can all breed. Now, for most Pokemon, if you have a male and female of a different species, right? It will always be the female one that hatches from the egg. So it's only the female species that gets born. So the question is, when a Nidoran male in any of its line, breeds with another Pokemon, it's always going to be that other Pokemon. However, there is a special Pokemon out there that we haven't talked about yet. It is a Ditto, which it can breed with anything. And when a Nidoran male, Nidorino, or Nidoking mates with a Ditto, there's a 50% chance, I think 50% chance, I'm not clear on the percentages, but there's a chance that it will make a female Nidoran. So, maybe, unlike most Pokemon, maybe the male Nidorans are the ones that carry the eggs and ultimately, I guess, lay the eggs. I don't know. It's unclear. There's a lot we don't know about Pokemon breeding. But yes, Mr. Curtis, I apologize that I wasted your time. I know that you apparently always take up our Pokemon to your uncle, your grandpa?
To that my uncle's big Poke Daycare Center upstate.
And apparently try to make them breed with his stud Raticate.
Now, all of them, or just the ones that are in the same egg group?
Do you do that for all of them?
Well, all the ones that match in the egg group.
Oh, of course.
I mean, Toby cannot be satisfied.
You said his name was Doug a minute ago.
No, okay, so Doug is the Raticate.
What's Toby?
Toby's the Ditto.
Oh, so basically you have Doug and Toby that are just like having a bunch of fun together with a bunch of Pokemon.
Your uncle is as good at naming Pokemon as you are, Mr. Curtis. Weird how that works. Wait, that's right. Are you your uncle? Is your uncle a made-up character and it's actually you this whole time?
What are you implying that I run a secret Pokemon breeding farm in the mountains above Cerulean City?
See, I
think that would be a lot to consider, considering... I mean, that would be a lot to grasp my head around, considering he already has a Spinarak/Ariados breeding center inside of his own house.
That's fair. That's a good point.
Just outside Saffron. It'd be hard to believe that he has another daycare center, several cities up, where he's just, like, breeding a bunch of Pokemon with his stud Raticate and Ditto.
Stud Ditto, actually.
I just don't think he's got the time, being a teaching assistant and doing all that. I just don't think it's in his...
That's right. And running the interregional Society of Assistants to Professionals.
Yeah.
I feel like that name changes every single time.
I was literally going to say that. I think it changes every time.
I don't know. I feel as though Mr. Curtis is a being that exists outside of time, so I think he can really, do whatever he wants. And there's a part of me that is, flattered that he chooses to spend a lot of it here with us in the classroom.
Well, when you say a being outside of time, what you really mean is all of my time is not my own because I give it solely to you.
Oh, that's
class,
sweet.
Professor.
That's, very,
it's not what
brown.
I meant.
A lot of brown nosing, but yeah, it's.
But anyway, let us move on with class.
Oh,
Enough
thank you. All right, so I kind of spilled the beans a little early here, but today we're learning about Nidoran male, which is, as the name would suggest, the male version of Nidoran. And this Pokemon is very, very different from its female counterpart, because I actually have one here. Now, before I toss it out, calm down, Corbin, calm down. I haven't thrown it out yet.
Sorry.
I need you guys to be very quiet, all right? So, the males, we learned that the females are very, very docile. In fact, they rarely fight. That is quite the opposite case for Nidoran males.
Right.
It's not that they are very hostile, it's just that, they're kind of skittish, and they're very sensitive to loud noises.
Mr. Curtis, get your ASMR voice on. We got this, Professor.
Was that Salt Shaker? What was that noise?
It's like you were loading a gun, Mr.
I'm
Curtis.
ready.
No, that's too
for
loud.
Class.
Mr. Curtis, please don't get too close to the recording device. We've discussed this before.
I'm ready.
Now I can't hear you, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis,
Perfect.
now you're too far
hey,
away.
actually, Corbin, that's perfect. If he could stay like
Okay.
that.
Oh yeah, Mr. Curtis, keep doing that, please. Alrighty,
all
let's
right.
see this bad boy.
All right, let's get Nidoran out here.
I mean.
All right. Look at that. What can you tell me? What's some big differences here between Nidoran male and Nidoran female?
Oh, he's very cute. He's sniffing the ground.
He's very sharp.
Well, I would argue that Nidoran female is also pretty sharp.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, first things first. He's a little bit more like pinkish and purplish than he is like teal, like his female counterpart there.
Yes, a different coloration. Very, very good observation there, Corbin. Anything else?
Well,
I
obviously,
think his ears are even bigger.
Yeah,
might be
huge ears. He's got giant ears, which is exactly why. Now, if you look at them, you can kind of see them twitching around and moving around all over the place.
I mean, they are big. Oh, sorry.
Oh God. Okay. Well, now it's running all over the classroom. Oh God. Okay, everybody.
Okay. All
be
right.
careful.
All
All
right.
right,
Cool.
Put it back. Okay.
Put it back in the ball.
It's okay.
Be quiet. It'll calm back down.
All right. We're back.
All right,
we're
here,
back to-
Corbin. Here. Have some Poke Kibble. All right.
Okay,
I'll play right in your hand now. Now see if it will eat from your hand.
Here you go. What should we call him? Oh.
Now, Corbin, whatever you do, don't touch its spine.
I'm not gonna touch his spot. I'm just gonna.
Achoo!
What the fuck? Ah!
Okay.
Ah! What? It bit me! What the fuck?
Well, okay, it's good that it bit you and it didn't stab you with its spines, because that's a lot.
Fuck, man!
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and put Nidoran male.
Yeah,
back
you
in
better.
this
I'm
one.
gonna take him and I'm gonna throw him back towards you, so you get poisoned, Professor. You made him fucking bite me. Could have lost a finger.
Don't you be nice to
Mr.
Spike.
Curtis, you weren't bitten by a Nidoran male. You don't know what
His
it's
name
like.
is Spike.
Can I actually? I do have a name that I would like to suggest.
Nibbles.
Oh, Nibbles.
Well, I was
is
gonna
good.
say. So we named the other one Madam Ran. I was gonna say we call this one Sir Ran.
I like
But Nibbles is
Nibbles
very
is better.
good.
Let's go with Nibbles. Yeah.
Okay, but we'll learn later on that Nidoran male has some traits that would liken it to like the Knights of the Round Table, right? It's stoic in a sense.
Mr. Curtis, Nibbles. I think we've
All
agreed.
right, fine.
Yeah, Nibbles. Yeah, Nibbles. It is.
I'm thinking Nibbles on this one. I'm sorry,
Nibbles.
Professor.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Thanks, Curtis.
I'm glad it bit you.
That's really rude. Okay. I'm gonna have to
All right, you know what?
select
Okay,
that my shirt.
enough of this. Let's dive into the Pokédex entries. We can get through them pretty quickly. They're pretty standard stuff here. I think, in fact, it's pretty much
Professor, he's still out of his ball.
No,
You
I
need to put him back.
put him away. Ugh, I guess he snuck out somehow. It's weird. I don't know. I definitely put him away, but here I'll put him back in. So let's go ahead and start reading the Pokédex entries. Starting off in the Kanto region, it says, It stiffens its ears to sense danger. The larger its horns, the more powerful its secreted venom.
Similar to the female version, right?
I don't think horn size was a part
as big of a deal.
I don't think it really did anything with her potency, I guess would be the word.
Right. Okay, so it's only for the male that size matters, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Size definitely matters with their toxin in their horns.
When
so it really
males are
it really depends on how horny they are. If
Nidoran males prick size does matter.
Well, it's not a prick is not what you think it is. A prick is when you accidentally stab your finger. You pricked your finger, right? It's a horn, a spine, a thorn. These are all words for it. A prick is not a word for it.
I know what a prick is. I'm looking right at it. He's waving his hands around. He's in the front of the classroom teaching it. That's a prick if I've ever seen one.
I don't wave my hands around when I teach.
I don't see what you're talking about.
That right, Mr. Curtis, right there. That thing that you love so much. That professor. That's a prick.
The desk?
No, the professor. He's a prick. He said he's glad I got bitten.
Well, hey, I said that under my breath, so you weren't supposed to hear it. Let's move on.
It still counts.
Its large ears are always kept upright. If it senses danger... What?
Sorry, go ahead, please. I was just going to say, continue, please.
Okay, all right. Please, no unnecessary interruptions in my classroom. Okay. Its large ears are always kept upright. If it senses danger, it will attack with a poisonous sting. I mean, duh. Obviously. The last one from the Kanto region says, its large ears sense danger. It extends its toxic spikes when angry. The size of its body thorns indicates its toxicity.
What I was going to say was, I like that these Pokedex entries actually mention the ears, because with Nidoran female, they didn't even talk about the ears.
I know.
Not once.
With Nidoran female, they were like, is female and therefore must protect young.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. They didn't say anything about the ears, so I'm glad we got some insight here.
Well, okay, but just because this one uses its ears doesn't mean that Nidoran female uses its ears. Nidoran female, we learned, has a more acute sense of smell, and it can sense things better with its whiskers.
True.
It uses whiskers to detect the direction of the wind.
Yes, and therefore tries to stay downwind of enemies.
Right.
Again, doesn't use its whiskers to detect enemies. I think I need to make that clear, because you guys had some issues with that, if I remember correctly.
No, I knew exactly what you're talking about, Professor. It wasn't me that had any issues.
Okay, yeah. Well, listen, Mr. Curtis, I know it wasn't you that had any issues, but I can't single out anyone in class.
You keep thinking you're whispering, but I can hear you. I mean, you're honestly leaning closer to me a little bit.
Oh, wait, are you Corbin? Wait, and you're Mr. Curtis? You guys look so similar. It's hard to keep you two separate.
What? No, we don't. I'm 10 years old. He weighs at least 150 pounds more than me. I'm not just a boy.
150? Jeez, I'm not that fat, Corbin.
He's a 10-year-old boy. He weighs 10 pounds soaking wet.
Yeah, I weigh like 20 to 30 pounds max.
He is a little scrawny piece of sinew, isn't he?
Yeah, all bones Corbin, that guy.
Yep. So they call me in the club.
I want to keep bringing Pokedex entries here. Is it okay if I do that? Is it? Would you guys?
Yeah,
let me do
yeah,
that?
yeah. I just want to make a comment on the ears. I don't know how we got down this score bunny hole.
Or I always heard it as a Baneri hole.
Yes.
Yeah. Anyways, it is small. This is the Johto region, by the way. Can't remember if I said that.
Hey, hi Johto.
It is small, but its horn is filled with poison. What? It
Crazy.
charges, then stabs with the horn to inject poison. So it's very important.
So it charges. It can learn electric moves. That's cool.
Charges, then stabs. So charge first, then stab. Okay?
Right. So it absorbs electricity and powers up, and then it stabs with its horn.
No,
right?
Charge is in run really fast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. My bad.
No electricity involved. The next one says it raises its big ears to check its surroundings. It will strike first if it senses any danger. Yeah, so that's why you kind of want to be quiet around them, because they're jumpy little fuckers.
So it'll strike first if
we learned that firsthand from Nibbles.
Yeah, well, it will strike first if it senses any danger.
Okay.
Like using its big ears. Like if it hears, I don't know, fucking like a Charizard nearby.
Okay, well, that's fair.
It will attack first.
Okay, cool.
It'll probably die, because, of course, we all know that Charizard can melt anything with its breath.
Well, we don't. That's not confirmed.
It is confirmed. All right, the next one says, it constantly moves its large ears in many directions in order to detect danger right away. You just don't give a fuck about that last
I mean, how many times can you say it's filled with poison? It's got big fucking ears. Like,
I didn't say anything about spilled poison. I said it constantly moves its large ears. We haven't talked about the fact that it can move its large ears.
Oh, wow.
Okay, thank you. That's all I was fucking looking for.
I mean, I kind of figured it's not a, of course it can move its ears.
Oh wow!
Yeah, thank you. That was his actually interested voice. So
Wow, that's very good.
it's rare that he uses that.
Mr. Curtis, are you okay?
Defender.
Oh shit, his fucking teeth fell out. Mr.
Oh
Curtis,
no!
can you pop those dentures back in? We're hearing your real voice.
Oh,
Wow.
Sorry. Sorry. Oh.
Thank you. I guess I didn't know you had dentures. That's weird. You're much younger than I am. I don't know why you would need them.
Lots of rare candies.
Yeah. It's to make me seem more human.
What?
What?
I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. To make you, I'm sorry, seem more human?
Well, you want to make. I mean, I am human, of course. I just want to make sure everyone's still comfortable.
So you wear dentures?
I'm going to move on to the Hoenn region.
Right.
The male Nidoran has developed muscles for moving its ears. Come on. Special muscles to move its ears. You guys do not care.
I just think it's okay. I mean, I guess Nidoran female can't do that. That sucks.
No, I can't. Thanks. Okay, so I'm going to read this again.
It's just Nidoran females' muscles just aren't as big as Nidoran males'
Nope.
muscles.
That's right.
I mean, yeah, you don't need muscles to stay at home and watch the kids and make sandwiches.
Wow. Hey, listen,
Wow.
everyone listening at home. These are the views of the professor, not the
Nope.
wonderful class.
These are the views
City and the school.
The views of the professor are the views of the class. Thank you.
My God.
And these are the views of me. These aren't my views. These are the views of renowned Pokemon professors worldwide. In every region, all they care about is how good that Nidoran female is at taking care of its
They didn't say
babies.
nothing. Okay, you threw the whole thing about sandwiches in there. That was just rude. That was
Okay,
sexist.
fair enough. It also does dishes.
Okay, that's just rude too.
Let's move on to the Hoenn. Wait, so fuck, we were already in the Hoenn region. I'm gonna read the whole thing again. The male Nidoran has developed muscles for moving its ears. Thanks to them, the muscles in its ears. That's what it means by
Okay.
them.
Gotcha.
The ears can be freely moved in any direction. Even the slightest sound does not escape this Pokemon's notice.
It's like if a cutie fly flirts.
A cutie fly flarts?
Cutie fly.
Farts. Like a cutie fly farts.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure if cutie flies can fart.
Mr. Curtis, we have a test that we'd like you to find out.
All right, I guess that's my next job. I'll come back to you.
Thank you.
I feel like that's like an ingredient in a witch's potion. It's like cutie fly farts and Greninja eyes.
Your mom told you about those stories too as a kid?
Anyways, the next entry here in the Hoenn region says, its large ears are flapped like wings when it's listening to distant sounds.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't know how that would help it.
I think that seems like it would close its ears. I don't see how that would be beneficial at all.
Right?
But okay.
It's like it's beckoning the sound to come closer to its ears.
It flaps its ears like wings.
Yeah,
Okay.
it flaps its ears like wings. It extends toxic barbs when it's angered. I think it always has the toxic barbs out, but it's just like,
Well, it just pokes
moves
them out
them out.
further. It
Yeah,
just
yeah.
makes it just erects
like it
its
bristles
spikes on
them.
its back. Yeah.
All right, moving on to the Sinnoh region. Only one entry here. It scans its surroundings by raising its ears out of the grass. Its toxic horn is for protection.
Okay.
Okay.
We knew that.
Horn instead of just barbs. I gotcha.
The next one from that's it for the Sinnoh region, and then the Unova and Kalos are just like, it scans the surroundings, raising its ears. Its toxic horn is for protection. Yep, this one says raise its ears out of the grass. Its toxic horn is for protection. So,
Okay.
hey, we know that.
All right.
Guys, did you know that its toxic horn is for protection?
No, but I've heard rumors.
No way.
Okay. So that
Nibbler kind of fooled me though.
It's Nibbles, not
That
Nibbler. Get it right?
Yeah, we don't have the rights to that name.
Yeah.
Nibbles. With those big chewy buck teeth on the front there.
Buck
Yeah.
teeth.
He really gave you a 1-2, didn't he there?
Yeah,
He did. It's starting to get a little bit better, I guess.
it is interesting.
We'll take you to the Chansey after class.
It is interesting that it bit you, because like there's not a single Pokedex entry here that talks about it biting anything, let alone its teeth, like at all.
Well, maybe it's like it trusted me, like Rapidash, how like its fire won't hurt you if you're on its back. Maybe it's like, hey, I'm not gonna stab you with my poison barbs, but I'll just bite you to let you know I'm boss, bitch. Like maybe that's what he was doing. Maybe you trust me enough just to bite me and just let me know who's boss.
Maybe. All right, let's move on. There's one more regional. There's still, I got 2 more regional entries here, and they come to us from the Galar region. It says the horn on a male Nidoran's forehead contains a powerful poison. This is a very cautious Pokemon, always straining its large ears.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that.
Yeah, I guess so. And the last one says, small but brave. This Pokemon will hold its ground and even risk its life in battle to protect the female it's friendly with.
Oh, friendly? Oh, okay.
Yeah. Not even in love with, just friendly with.
Wow, what a trooper. He's a real homie.
Yeah, and it doesn't even say like female Nidoran, it just says female. So like it could be any female. So that does it for the regional Pokedex entries. But of course we have some unique Pokedex entries here. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says Nidoran male, its horn is larger than the female's, and its horn attack is quite powerful.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that makes sense.
The last one here is, of course his horn attack is powerful. It's the only
it's a
attack
bigger
that he
prick.
uses.
Yeah, of course it's gonna do more damage.
You think this prick joke is just the funniest fucking thing, don't you? You think
That's
just
what it's
so
called.
Funny.
It's literally, it said prick in one of the definitions, I swear.
No, it didn't. Not a single one.
I thought I heard it.
It has never said that. That was just you. You only
Horn, spike, it's all kind of just goes together. Just sum it up into one word, prick.
All the same.
Keep it simple.
So there's one last Pokedex entry here. It's actually this. We actually have read this one before. It comes to us from Go's Rotom Phone. It's the it's a combined Pokedex entry for Nidoran male and Nidoran female. So I just read the female parts last time. I'm going to read the male parts this time.
Okay.
Nidoran, the Poison Pin Pokemon, a poison type. The male Nidoran first evolves into Nidorino, then Nidoking. And that's it. Of course, I actually have a very, very short, uncredited, unsourced article here.
How short is it?
It's so short. I don't know. It's really short.
Okay. All right. I believe you.
Where'd you find this one, Professor?
This was in. I actually got a baseball card, and
A baseball card?
yes,
It
baseball
was on the back of the baseball card.
Yeah, they play baseball all the time over in the Unova region. Very common.
Why would anyone? I knew I didn't like Unova. Why would anyone play baseball?
Anyways, so this article says Nidoran male is a small quadrupedal Pokemon. It's pinkish purple with darker patches.
Told you.
Yeah, thanks.
I mean, I said that exactly.
Yeah, fucking told you. I've probably this thing about its horn too. I told you about that. You act like you said. You act like you said when we threw it out. You're like, it's pink and purple. We were like, no, shut up, Corbin. You're wrong. Its Pokemon is red and orange.
Well, I mean,
Good try, though.
I just wanted everyone at home to know that I got it right.
For once in his life, he got it right. All right. Continuing on, it says it has large spiny ears with teal insides, oversized front teeth, and red eyes. Its back is covered with 3 lines of large spines that can release potent poisons if threatened. The center line of spines is taller than the other 2, and the size of the long pointed horn on its forehead is indicative of the strength of its venom. Nidoran male is a male-only species, as the name would suggest. Now, it says something here that I don't think is quite right. It says that the size of its long pointed horn on its forehead is indicative of the strength of its venom. While that is true, it's all of the spines that Nidoran has that indicates.
I thought it was just the front one.
No,
Did
it's
it
all
not
of
say
them.
that?
I'm pretty. It
okay.
says that I can go back and look.
I was gonna say, yeah. I thought it was just the front horn that was the bigger it is, the more venom it is. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong
The
once or
size,
twice.
so from the Kanto region, from the motherland, it says the size of its body thorns indicates its toxicity. So
thorns. Okay.
thorns,
Gotcha.
body thorns. Yes.
Gotcha.
Anyways, Nidoran male constantly listens for the sounds of approaching enemies with its large ears. Said ears have unique muscles that allow them to be moved in any direction, and even the slightest sound does not escape Nidoran male's notice. In order to listen to distant locations, it flaps its ears like wings. Again, I don't know how that works, but whatever. It's in the Pokédex.
Science, baby.
When angry, it extends its toxic spikes and charges, stabbing with its horn to inject poison. Nidoran male is brave and will risk its own life to protect Nidoran female. Nidoran male lives in open spaces such as savannas and meadows.
Okay. I mean,
Okay.
I don't know how it's going to hang out with Nidoran females, since the Nidoran females like to hang out in airplanes. But
God damn it!
I mean,
you
sure.
know, I
They're
specifically
world
avoided
travelers, as you say.
specifically avoided saying planes because I know how much of an issue you have with that word, Corbin.
well, I mean, I don't have a problem with planes. I've been to one once or twice.
Yeah, listen, we're not doing this again. So let's go ahead and move on to the reason that I get up in the morning. The pop quiz.
Is that what you get up for? The first thing when you wake up is like, oh god, pop quiz today. Before the coffee, before you've had your morning shit. Oh, pop quiz today. Is that what you get excited for?
No.
I can't wait.
See,
I'm sure the professor spends most of his free time thinking about how he's going to quiz us.
Yeah,
no,
probably.
I can guarantee you two do not occupy much of my brains when I'm outside of this class.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's
you're
okay,
welcome.
Professor. The less amount of stress that I cause you, the better.
If it makes you feel
Really?
better, I don't think about you at all either.
That's fine. You know what? I'm happy about that. I'm glad. I don't want me to be in that prepubescent brain of yours.
Now you had to make it weird.
You know what isn't weird though, Corbin?
Quizzes?
A pop quiz. No, the least weird thing that I know about. So go ahead and get out your Rotom laptops. Put away your Rotom cell phones, I guess. Any Pokedexes that you might have. Your Nidoran mail textbook. Put that away. But yeah, but I do have a pencil. You will need a pencil.
I do
All right,
have
I
a
got it right
thermometer.
That's fine too. You can have a thermometer.
Okay.
I don't think it's gonna help, but you can have it.
All right, sweet. All right.
Okay, question number 1. How does Nidoran male listen to distant noises, and how does it listen for danger? So this is a 2-part question. Looking for how does it listen to distant noises and how does it listen for danger? Corbin responded with, flaps its ears like wings to listen for noises. Ears straighten up to listen for danger. All right, we're going to talk about your answer here in a second, Corbin.
What?
But let's read Mr. Curtis's here first. When Nidoran male is spelled as in like postage.
Oh god, that's wrong. I don't know which Nidoran he's talking about now. I don't know.
When Nidoran male shaped like a Nidoran, listens for
A deli
danger.
bird, if you will.
When a Nidoran male listens for danger, it stiffens its ears upright to find those bad boys. When it listens to distant noises, it does flap its ears like it's about to fly away. All right, Mr. Curtis, you are exactly correct. It stiffens its ears to listen for danger, and it flaps its ears to listen to distant noises. Now,
Yep,
Corbin,
got
let's
it.
talk about your answer. You
That's
said
what I said.
no. I'm going to read exactly what you said. You said flaps its ears like wings to listen for noises.
Well, yeah, that's what you said.
No,
like
no.
regular noises versus.
I said the answer like twice, Corbin. Or said the question twice. It's how does Nidoran listen to distant noises?
Oh my god!
And how does it listen-
implied? He's
But-
over there saying postage Nidorans. He's getting that wrong. He could, like, come
Okay,
on, man.
but Corbin, The only thing you're gonna use your ears for is to listen for noises.
I'm aware of that.
You gotta
It
be
was
more
literally
specific
a
to
shorthand
noises.
version to say distant. I just said noises instead of distant noises. I'm sorry I didn't add the word distant in there. I thought you'd be intelligent enough to figure that out, Professor.
Well, it's not that
But
I'm
I
not
guess not.
intelligent enough,
Corbin.
Corbin. It's that you
Corbin,
aren't
are
specific
you
enough.
implying that the professor's not intelligent?
Well, if you couldn't figure that out, then
Because
you're
you
not
can't
intelligent
use
either,
enough
Mr. Curtis.
specificity in
I
your-
got that answer
Guys,
right.
okay,
I said
there's a lot of
exactly.
anger. There's a lot
I
of
said
anger in the classroom right
exactly
now.
what Curtis did.
No.
Exactly.
I have told you, Corbin,
Oh God.
to use specific language when you answer these questions.
no, he's
Curtis,
turning
please
into
be
a
careful. Mr. Curtis, please be careful,
and
or,
you
or your
always
dentures will fall out.
deny me. Well, here you go, bro, Corbin.
Oh no.
you
Quick,
guys-
okay.
You sound like an old
okay,
woman.
Corbin, the only way to get him out of this is to gently rub his head. All right? So go up there.
No,
Mr. Curtis, here,
I
here,
want to be angry.
here. Mr. Curtis, rubbing your head. It's okay.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
It's okay. It's okay.
No.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to agitate you, so you sound like an old
sorry.
80-year-old woman whining in a grocery store.
Okay. Okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Well,
All right. Well, I'm glad we sorted that out. Should we move on to the second question of this quiz? Corbin, I'm going to give that one to you.
Okay.
I'm giving
as
it to
you
you.
should, because it was correct unanimously.
I mean, you got that. What I was really looking for here was flaps its wings, or flaps its ears like wings, and
Ears straighten up.
well, either ears straighten up or stiffened. I
Well,
would
then
have
why
preferred.
are you hounding me? Why you
I would've-
hounding me about
Because-
other? Okay.
Because if it happens, listen, if it fucking happens again, I swear, if it happens again, you're getting 0 points. All right?
I got it right. There was not a shred of doubt you were nitpicking.
It's not nitpicking. Noises is not specific. You know what? You know what? You get this one wrong,
No.
Corbin.
You already
Absolutely.
said right. You
Do
can't
not-
take it back.
Do not question
you cannot take
me
it back.
in my
No,
class.
you can. Mr.
not
Curtis,
question
Mr.
the
Curtis,
professor.
please, Mr. Curtis, please, rub your head. It's okay.
no.
Mr. Curtis, please. It's okay.
I want to be angry.
It's
okay.
so angry.
Mr. Curtis.
The professor that
It's
way.
okay, Mr. Curtis. It's okay.
All right.
Is he
Oh
purring?
God, he's purring.
All right, we established that I
stop
got that
rubbing
right.
him,
Let's move on to
please.
number 2. It's in the past now, okay?
All right, question number 2. You got that one wrong. Question number 2.
No!
What? This one's easy. It said it like 4 different Pokedex entries. What is Nidoran male's toxic horn for? There's one word here that's said in like 20 different Pokedex entries.
I mean, like, it's kind of 2 things.
What is it for?
I'm telling you, and I'm sure I'll get it fucking wrong because
You didn't say the word the. You didn't put a this there. And the
Okay,
blah, blah.
you're being very shitty right now, and I need you to realize that noises and distant noises are 2 very different things.
you understood the entire context of the sentence, so it doesn't matter. You got
But
what I was trying to say.
saying
Ears
that it
straighten up for
flaps its
danger.
ears-
Flaps its ears for regular noises.
No! For distant noises, it's not regular noises.
It was a shorthand version, okay?
It's honestly, it's wrong. And I
It's
shouldn't
not.
give you the points for it, because it doesn't flap its ears to listen to noises. It only flaps its ears to listen to distant noises.
Well, I mean, that's what I meant. That's what I said in there, pretty much. You gotta read between the lines, Professor.
Yeah, here's the thing. I'm not supposed to interpret your answers like I'm fucking reading, a
We
classical
interpret
book.
Mr. Curtis's answers every day. We have no idea half of what he's saying.
I always understand what Mr. Curtis is saying.
Really, Mr. Curtis, pop
Thank
your
you.
dentures out again, and we'll see about that.
No. You're not supposed to know about this.
All right, both of the answers are in. The question is, what is Nidoran male's toxic horn for? Corbin responded with poisoning enemies and stabbing, and Mr. Curtis said Nidoran male's horn is you said Nidoran males and there's multiple Nidorans.
That's wrong.
Nidoran male's horn is for protection against those baddie boys. Now the correct answer here is protection. All right. So it does say over and over again. It literally says the words, its toxic horn is for protection. Its toxic horn is for protection. Like, that's all it says in the Unova region. It says that multiple times in the Sinnoh region and in the Kalos region.
Okay.
So, but it's important here to know that it's not used for offense, but for defense. It's for protection, not for, like going out of its way to like attack somebody. It only attacks if it feels threatened.
Protectively and defensively poisoning enemies and stabbing.
Yes, it's fine. I'm giving you this one. You got number one incorrect. I'm giving you this one.
That doesn't make any sense. If anything, I'll be honest with you, number 2 was more wrong than number 1.
Aw, damn. You know what? Corbin, you're right. You get this one wrong too.
All right, well then switch them. Let me get number 1 right.
Nope. Question number 3. What is one scenario we discussed in which Nidoran male will risk its own life? Corbin responded with, to defend a Nidoran female. And Mr. Curtis said, Nidoran males, he used some really interesting capitalization there, will protect the female friends they are, like we say on my uncle's Poke Farm upstate, quote-unquote, friendly with, even at the risk of their own life.
Okay.
I think you're reading a little bit too much into that term "friendly with" there, Mr. Curtis. But yes, you are both correct. That it protects, it will defend the Nidoran female that it is friendly with. Okay, I could be specific here. One doesn't necessarily say Nidoran female; it just says female.
Well, that would also include a Nidoran female.
I suppose that's true.
I mean,
suppose that's true.
Not all Nidoran females are female, but all females are Nidoran females. Am I right?
All Nidoran females are female.
That's what I said, right?
That is a thing.
I don't think that is what you said.
All females are female, and all Nidoran females are female. That's what I said.
I'm just going to go on to the last question here. How can you tell the potency of a Nidoran male's poison? In fact, I'm going to put a time limit on your answer. You have 30 seconds starting
Finally!
now.
Thank God. I've been asking for a time limit
2,
inside my head for a long time.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, halfway there, everybody, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, you got 10 seconds left, Mr. Curtis, 21.
Should have put this to 10
22,
seconds.
23, 24, 25, 26. If I get to 30, I don't have an answer from you. I'm not counting it. 27.
Do it. Let's go. Don't slow down.
28.
Don't slow down.
29.
Shouldn't take that long.
Okay, he got it in. He got it in. It was close.
All right.
Woo! The question was, how can you tell the potency of a Nidoran male's poison? Corbin responded with, by how big the horns are on its body. Half expected you to make a prick joke, but you didn't. And Mr. Curtis said, the size of Nidoran male's horn/body spines are directly proportional to the potency of its venom. When I give you a time limit, you seem to create a very well thought out and poignant answer there, Mr. Curtis.
Well, I just feel like I'm letting you down because
yes, that is a constant feeling that you should have.
I'm not adding the extra level of flair and real
zazz,
specificity that you've come to expect from me in my answers.
The sparkle, if you will. Okay. So yes, you guys were both correct. The answer is the size of Nidoran male's horns. So yes, size does matter in this case.
Yep.
All right. Well, guys, that does it for today's lesson. Corbin, you're showing in that quiz
100s all around. Good job.
It was it was a 50 out of 100. So so
50 out of 50, right?
You will have to stay behind in class to.
I got those first two definitely, especially the first one.
Ooh, Professor, does he get to come to my weekly review session in the library?
Actually, no. You see, since he did so poorly on the quiz, I'm going to require him to go with you to your uncle's farm in up near Cerulean. Yeah, well, not upstate. Upstate's not a thing. Up region.
Don't make me
really,
please.
Just see how Doug and Toby just really do it.
That's right.
So
Christ.
that will be. I'm expecting a 10-page essay, front and back, on on how Toby gets it done. So yeah, that does it for today's lesson. Do either of you guys know what Pokemon we will be talking about next week?
Nida Squire? No.
No.
Nidoran.
Nidonite.
Nidoran? Oh! Nidorindon. No.
Nidorino.
Nidorino.
Yes, yeah, Nidorino. Oh my god, you got it right.
Good job.
Yeah, we're
100,
learning
baby.
about the evolved form of Nidoran male, which is not Nidorina, but Nidorino. There's a one-letter difference there.
Yep, and it's the I.
It is, yep, Wait, no, it's not. Alright, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me, Professor Jacob, at our Gmail, which I'm sure you all know stands for Gengar Mail, at wwopokemon@gmail.com. If you don't have a Gmail account, that's fine. You can also reach me on Twitter, which is the Flying Pokemon themed social network, at wwopokemon there as well. But that does it for today's lesson. So until next time, class is dismissed.
All right, Mr. Curtis, pack your bags. Let's go get this fucking up region ranch over with. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, make sure to bring
Alright.
make sure to bring a raincoat. There is a splash zone.
Okay,
Watch
I am
these
gonna need
things
you to
just
wear-
Get it on, apparently.
Listen, I am gonna need you to take the Vaseline from the medicine cabinet and an extra blindfold with you.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon as a part of the Pokecasters Network.